Hey guys, Gage Schlagel here, Columbiana Buick Cadillac Chevrolet. Very happy and excited to present you our very first 2018 Chevy Bolt. Now this is a new vehicle, all electric. And to be a little more specific, I should say the Bolt EV, as you can see by the badging in the front of the car. Very, very exciting vehicle. Obviously GM has been doing a lot of work with electrical vehicles and have even made statements as far as saying that they'll have a completely all-electric version of every model that they have by 2025. And after looking at this, I think they're well on their way. Now under the hood obviously is usually where your engine would be, or if this was like a hybrid, you'd have your generator and your battery, but this is all electric. So under the hood, it's very different to look at, I must say. One thing I've already kind of noticed, it looks like you have 3 different reservoirs for your coolant. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Not a whole lot that I can really explain to you underneath the hood, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Yeah, still gotta do a little touching up on this. I drove it around the block, and there's no comparison. I don't know, what to compare it to. It's just very, very impressive to say the least. And the inside, I love the touchscreen, the connectivity on that. It's all functional. It all works how it should. So I was very, very impressed with that, and I love the new layout that they have on that. Nice Michelin tires on here. You got some pretty sporty, what are these, 16-inch, 17-inch, 16, where's it at here? 17-inch alloy wheels. Pretty nice and sharp. I'd actually like to see these on the cruise. These look good. You do have remoteless key entry, so as long as you have the fob on your person, you can unlock and lock the vehicle without even pushing a button on the fob. Now up front here, one thing I will point out, I'm a 6'2", 280-pound man. I am not small by any means, but I'm very, very impressed with how much leg room you actually have for not just the driver, but the passenger too. So that was one thing I was really impressed with, tons and tons of leg room. I was not uncomfortable. I sat in the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and I sat in the seat behind the driver. I'm gonna get to that in just a minute here. But yeah, tons and tons of room. This seat is actually all the way back. The driver's seat is where I would have it if I were actually driving the vehicle, so it's a little more forward, but I'll show you, you got quite a decent amount of room in the back seat still. It's really nice to try to get close here. The white portion, it's textured and it has different shades in these triangles. It just looks really, really cool. And you have like a gloss black, or sorry, gloss white. And it actually looks like there's flake in the paint, kind of like GM's white diamond tri-coat. But that kind of surrounds and goes down underneath the screen and over, and then continues on to the other side of the dash. And it is on, by the way, so very, very quiet, obviously. Yeah, I think it looks really, really good from the back. Wasn't too sure about the tailgate design, but the more I look at it, the more I really do appreciate it. It's actually illegal to mount your taillights on a moving portion of the vehicle. So what GM's actually done to get around this, to help with the storage space and keeping it compact, you see when you have your tailgate up, you have no taillights. Well, you do. So these lights down here, GM has actually implemented a brake light and the same as a park light. So even when your tailgate's up, you're on the side of the road, you're broken down, whatever the situation may be, you still have taillights back there. So I thought that was pretty clever on GM's end, and something I didn't really know about. I didn't know you couldn't mount taillights on a moving part of the vehicle, so I thought that was kind of cool. And just shows you that GM's really thinking outside of the box. See, the back seat's very comfortable. Now, remember I mentioned I had the front seat set to my settings. I'm 6'2", 280 pounds. Now here's the back seat. This is me getting in. Now I'm not elated with tons of room, but even in the back seat, without moving the front seat, I'm very comfortable. And let's see if I can flip it over here. And the headspace isn't bad either. I could look around, do whatever I need. So the headspace back here is pretty good too. And one thing they've done to kind of help with that is that the roof line is actually curved inside of the car. So instead of being flat, they've really made an effort to give you as much space in here as they possibly could. And they definitely have. hop out of the back here, show you the window sticker. You can see it comes with as I'm trying to do a video. See here, first 2 maintenance visits, which cover 4-wheel tire rotation, 27-point inspection. You have a 3-year, 36-mile bumper-to-bumper, 5-year, 60,000 powertrain, roadside assistance, and courtesy transportation. And then you have an 8-year, 100,000-mile electric propulsion component limited warranty. So that covers your batteries and your generator. Lots of other goodies on this as well. I'll kind of go over some of the optional equipment. It's got front heated seats, leather wrapped steering wheel, which I gotta tell you is better than what they're putting in the Cadillacs. I don't know what's different about it. It feels more plush. I like it much better. To give you a comparison, I just drove an XT5 before I hopped in this, and so that's kind of what I was comparing it to, and I like the steering wheel in this a little bit better. Driver confidence package, you got rear park assist, rear cross traffic alert, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, and then the Cajun red and the black bow tie package. You can see its stickers for $39,905, and for what you're getting with it, you can't beat it. Really can't. So I'm going to touch a little bit on the inside here. As I mentioned, you got that remote key entry or remoteless key entry. Okay, inside here I've got the AC on full blast. This thing's been baking in the sun. And I know this video is starting to stretch a little bit longer than what I usually take it, but there's a lot to talk about with this. You have a heated steering wheel on the left-hand side here, Bluetooth hands-free calling. You have your 5-way menu selector. Now there's a couple of different views that you can change in here. So I can go down to like layout, and I have it on enhanced, but you can go back to classic, modern. I'm gonna leave it on enhanced because it kind of shows you the most what's going on here. You have a regen paddle to use the kinetic energy from braking and translate it into electrical power for the generators. That is on the back side here. It will bring the car to a complete stop, so it's a nice thing to use. Still have a brake pedal. I know some people talked about this may not even have a brake pedal, but it definitely does. You have a brake pedal and your gas still. The touchscreen, this is the one thing that I am by far the most impressed with, besides the range that this thing can get on all EV. The layout is very user-friendly, much different than what we've seen with a lot of other GM's products and their infotainment systems. So this is one thing that I was definitely very surprised about. It's more functional. There's more things that are just quick key that you can get to at the bottom, like your heated and cooled seats, the AC, or the heat. And then on the touch screen here, or up on the menu, you go up here and it's kind of similar to GM's home screen layout on some of their other stuff. So it still does share some similarities, but it looks very different. But I actually enjoyed using this a little bit more, digging around through some of the settings. So, and then one thing that I thought was kind of cool, you know, just all the different stuff you can see in here. You can set up the charge times, delayed charges. There's just so much stuff to go over inside of this thing. No matter how long this video ends up being, it still won't do it any justice. But just to kind of flip through some of these different pages and show you here. But lots of cool stuff to go over in the new Chevy Bolt. I highly recommend, if you guys are in the market for a kind of vehicle like this, if you have not driven one, if you have not seen one, if you've not even heard of it, highly recommend you come check it out and see what the hype's all about. Because like I said, GM plans on having an fully electric model or version of all their models by 2025. So after looking at this, I think we're well on our way. Let me know about your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can call or text me directly. My cell phone number is 330-281-3756. I work with Columbiana Buick Cadillac Chevrolet. Best dealership around, might I add. But yeah, guys, like I said, lots to be excited about. Come check out and see what the Bolt is all about. Just caught myself saying Bolt there. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, you do want to come in and schedule a test drive, my cell phone number is 330-281-3756. And I'll see you guys soon.